Look, let the business dictate the loyalty. Bottom line. What's happening is Rico. Salute to the business committee. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We in here. Boosie. Boosie Boo. Damn. Boosie has run into an issue with the promoter in Indianapolis, aka Naptown. Well, he hasn't necessarily ran into it, but his daughter, who was booked, Ivy, has ran into it, an issue with the promoter, and Boosie speaks to that circumstance. Boosie say he's done with Naptown. He's not coming back. Janky promoters booked the show and did not have the back end. It's a wrap. The promoter speaks about the situation, and he says, in a nutshell, that he paid her the front end. She got there. He didn't necessarily have the full back end, gave her a portion of it, and as she made request, he deducted what she requested from the back end portion. Ultimately, she was confused about how much money she received because it wasn't the amount that she thought she was going to get, not taking into account the deductions from what the promoter did for her once she arrived. But here's the reality. Both parties, Boosie and his daughter and the promoter, this is nonsense. Everyone knows it. But the thing is Boosie, if you're the elder of all three, you should have mediated that and determined if this was a reconcilable situation, or is this a situation you need to terminate for now, not in the future? Boosie doesn't necessarily need to be turning down anything monetarily when he considers the position that he's in. But Boosie's been an entertainer for some time. He understands you send the front end. When I get there, you had a back end, you do the show, it's over. Boom. That's typically the transaction for booking an artist. But when I listen to the promoter from Naptown, it sounds like that he didn't necessarily have all of the money to pay her for the back end and was trying to negotiate small ways to get her the money or get her what she's owed minus whatever she was requested, party favors, food, whatever. The promoter, he knew better. And he knew that he couldn't get that young lady to participate in anything without getting her back end. And as I'm listening to this gentleman, he's trying to get her to participate in activities that she's been booked for without paying her the full amount she's owed the moment she gets in the city. He knew he was in the wrong, and he should have just been up front off top. But this is the thing. We don't leave no money off the table. Boosie and his daughter could have determined what they were willing to do with whatever amount of money they could have paid her for that back end while she was there, if she wanted to continue to, I guess, earn some money with that promoter or get booked in that town. Who knows? Certain promoters promote one or two or three, four more clubs or spaces. So I don't know how widespread that promoter is. but it didn't necessarily have to be a situation where egos kicked in, everybody's upset, and everybody's online talking stupid. You see what I'm saying? Boosie gotta handle those situations better because he's the older gentleman out of the situation and he knows how they go. There's no need to get online talking about I'm not coming back to nap. That's all emotional shit. Now, everybody knows in 2025, now's not the time to play with anybody's money, given the climate of the economy. So that promoter knows better also. We're going to put the responsibility on the promoter because you don't book somebody without having the front end and the back end the moment they get in the city. He said something, it was only 10 o'clock in the morning. He had been to the bank. The banks open at 8 o'clock across the United States in every state. So there's no reason for that promoter not to have every dime the moment he picks her up from the airport. No excuse. But it looks like he was trying to finagle some things, still get her to be active in what he booked her for, but potentially pay her as she's working, and that's not how bookings go. He knows that. But Boosie, you, as the elder, as the seasoned vet entertainer, you know how to manage those situations, and you know if it's in the best interest of all parties to work out something or just say fuck it. Boosie got online and said they can't book me no more, or it got to be 3 or 4 more times his original booking price. Now, I don't think they're going to pay him there. They'll probably just say fuck it and terminate the relationship. But like I said, don't let your egos get in the way of the money unless it's necessary. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. Rico, what the business is. Want it.